Control C to break out of that line. Let's clear the screen. Do an F7 to bring up our visual command buffer. And let's come back to when we were looking at aliases. Let's see here. I think this is what we want right here. Get command where the noun is alias. We've seen how to look at the existing corpus. I like that word corpus. It just means a store, a built-in deposit of aliases. And those are going to be common. Mine are all out of the box. They come with PowerShell. So any PowerShell v4 system is going to have those aliases. If you do decide to create your own, you notice that we have new alias and set alias. New alias is used exclusively to define a new alias. Set you can actually use to create a new alias, but it's used to modify an existing alias. However, I'm going to advise you against using new alias in the console. Why, Tim? Let me take your place for a moment and say that. Well, let me show you. First of all, let's learn the syntax of new alias by doing you know what I'm going to do, right? Get help, new alias, show window to bring up the command window. And I want to just jump down to the examples so we can get right down into it and see what's going on. It looks like the first example, notice that it's using positional parameters here. It's defining a shortcut trigger named list that maps to the get child item commandlet. And you see how that can take a little extra brain power to figure out what's going on? On one hand, it's really succinct because you're not doing parameter names in front of list and get child item. But if you're going to share this definition with another administrator who maybe is more attuned to parameters, you may leave that person in the dust or maybe even offend that individual. Instead, you'll notice in example 2, here we are being much more explicit. New alias, the name parameter defines the shortcut trigger. The value parameter defines the underlying definition. And notice that you can actually provide a description for the alias. You can set it as read-only, for instance, with the option parameter such that you wouldn't be able to modify its definition, etc. And the second example shows you how to bring back aliases. Actually, it would just bring back that one alias that you created on the first line, and it would give you the results in a list format as opposed to a table format. That's what format list is. Well, all I really wanted was the names of the parameters, and that's where it has them there, name and value. So we'll close up this help screen, and I'm going to create an alias, new alias, with the